What the hell is that thing?
Attention. Subject Delta is now trapped in Pauper's Drop. All railcar travel is suspended until he is found. Remember, the enemy is alone. We are the family.
Well, I mean, I got some people with me too.
Lamb's trying to box us in, kid. This is a goddamn citywide lockdown. To keep the train moving, you need the security override key from the local governor, Grace Holloway.
Okay.
She kicked me out of my own hotel down here, the Sinclair Deluxe. Find her and get that key.
Okay, yeah, sure enough. If we just need to find Grace Sinclair or Grace Holloway to get out of here, well, we can do so. Oh, this is a Rosie corpse. Are we gonna start seeing them now? I mean, obviously we got our rivet gun from the first Rosie we saw, but ooh, Eve Hypo first aid kit. They're being extremely generous with these now. Thank goodness. We were doing quite poorly before that. What? No. Okay, cut that out. Cut that out right now. Party's over. Party's over. Everybody home. No frickin' whatever worship that was around here. That is ridiculous. Cut that out. Ugh. Creepy ass splicing bastards. Holy crap, it's this guy again. What are you?
I remember you, monster. You stole Eleanor from me. Twisted that baby girl into a thing so sick it can't even die. And now you come swanning into my neighborhood looking for me. Wrong turn, tainted daddy. When we hang you from a street light and you choking out your last, I want you to remember my face.
I can explain? I really... Alright then. Oh, wait. Hold up a minute. Alright, you all see that light? The red light? Be sure to always pay attention to lights like that. Nope. Hold up, Splicer. Don't want that thing to see me. Not at least before I hack the security system. I'm just gonna auto-hack because, honestly, why not? But I think... There's the whale now. I hear a big daddy. Time to go find ourselves a little sister. Oh, but there's a... Oh, there's a thing up there, isn't there? There's a turret. Hold up. Why can't I fire at it? Okay, there we go. Remote hack dart. Did I get it? I got it. Wonderful. Let's get that hack. Okay. Now this is going to be a risky prospect at best, but we do have our security system and a turret up top to help defend us. So I think we should be alright. I'm going to try to lure it in here, though. Alright, come on after me. You know you want to. Oh, crap. Quickly, hack. Gotcha. Yeah, that would be about my response too if my machine was suddenly someone else's. Alright, and that Big Daddy is still hunting for us, so we want to be careful. Alright, I want it to... How are you still here? There we go. The Big Daddy has officially triggered the security system. I've just got to make sure I stay out of its way. There we go. So for so long as that alarm is going, those bots are going to keep coming at that Big Daddy. which means we are going to get some free attack damage, and some free health, most importantly. But it seems that our security bots are not doing their job. Where are you? Please come hurt this thing. Oh no, it is. I just can't really hear them firing. Okay, so long as I can continue sicking security bots on this Big Daddy, I should be alright. Mind, that is just alright. That's not great. We're still in a pretty poor situation in terms of health and first aid kits, but it's better than... Would you stop that? Holy crap. Oh my goodness, I'm about to die. Yep, that's it. No first aid kits. Oh, death one. You're being revived at a Vita chamber. Alright, if you're playing just balls to the wall, you may have disabled Vita chambers, in which case my hat off to you. You are a more hardcore player than I. But we do have the Big Daddy over here, who is at nearly no health. The little sister can heal them if left for too long, so it's best to make sure that you go straight back to the Big Daddy after you die. And adopt the little sister. Alright, so now we've got a little sister with us, which means we can harvest some Adam, which we might actually be fairly well off doing. But not before we find a couple of first aid kits. We are in an extremely bad spot in terms of health right about now. But we do have $130, so as the vending machine is actually telling us to do this time, or as the tip is telling us to do this time, we're going to find a vending machine. Right over there. I walked straight past it, didn't I? Oh, entirely my bad. But as you can see, Big Daddy still pose a considerable threat, even though you are one. So, always be sure you have a plan of attack there, or you'll end up dying like I did. In a dumb, and regrettably, stupid way. Now let's find our first harvesting location, because I want to get some Adam to spend at this Gatherer's Garden. There we go. Now, if I'm lucky, so I don't anticipate this happening, but if I am lucky...
Family, that monster has taken another of our babies for his own. Tin Daddy is hollow like a jail cell that needs filling, and he will never let her go unless you hunt him down.
False! I'm going to let her go after she harvests 2 bodies for me. You're wrong. Leave me be. Jeez. Alright, if you hide out near the little sister, but out of view, they'll actually go up to harass her before they'll go up to attack you. So you can use that opportunity to just melee them. Unless they're a guy with a pistol, in which case you have to just hope that they do that anyway. Luckily, the drill proves to be an extremely effective method of repelling opponents, as always. So, you can probably get through this fight fairly easily, even if you're sort of low on health, so long as you have some Eve. Will you stop? Goodness. Alright, so she is done, and as you can see, you can actually harvest the little sister at any time. It might do you better to actually have them gather first, but I can't speak to that for certain. I've never harvested one. I don't plan to. Alright, so upstairs there's going to be some extra gear for us, which I want to get to before we go any further. Where is our next... Over that way to our next body? Alright, we'll be heading that way next, but before that... There are some enemies in the diner below us. Now, be very careful. If you're not careful, this is going to shoot you, but I did hack it earlier, so we're alright on this run. An Eve Hypo, extremely good for us, and apparently there are enemies up top, so Hacker's Delight. Converts the altered current from a hack machine into powerful healing agent. You get a little bit of health every time you hack something. So we'll take that. I mean, it's not terrible, and we have room. So, really no reason not to. But we are going to have a little bit of a fight here when we fall through this roof. And we are going to fall through this roof. Aren't we? I guess not. I could have sworn you were supposed to fall through this roof at some point. Or maybe that's the enemies. Who knows? Oh, hello, enemy. I'm going the other way. So now, she's going to be fairly busy dealing with security bots. Okay, but we are still doing alright on health, even though we got a couple of splicers knocking our door. Here it is, that's what it was. We have to go in through the back door. Completely forgot about this. Got a free first aid kit, which is good. You can hear some enemies up top, even though we just cleared up the top and nobody was there. So, yeah, we're not doing either right now. Instead, we're going to go in here to find the ever-trusty double-barreled shotgun. Oh, how I have missed you. Gotta be careful though, because as soon as we pick this up, a fight starts. Enemies will be busting up through the roof. But luckily, even when you're out of ammo, you can still give them a whack with the butt of the shotgun. So that works out fairly well. Whoa! Careful there. Anti-personnel rounds have proven to be quite effective with this damage upgrade. I might have to use this thing more often. But I think I should probably save some, because I think I have a mini-boss of sorts coming up here. The big guy that we've seen. What in the world? I didn't want to buy it first. Cursed keyboard shortcuts. So, which way to the next corpse? Okay, that way. So let's really quick buy a health upgrade here. There we go. Right around here. Through this corner, and here's where we have to be careful. I remember this much from my previous playthroughs. Here is where we encounter the big guy.
I got the Adam, now I got it. Little bird's mine now, Squire.
And surprisingly, although this dude is huge and looks like a gorilla, he is surprisingly eloquent. He's still a real danger though, so we're going to go ahead and drag him into the view of our security camera so we can get some help. Wherever he's gone. Whoa!
She's gonna watch me do your son.
And he can toss rocks at high speed, so there's that. This is a brute splicer, if I'm not mistaken. And they are extremely tough. A little bit less health than Big Daddies, but extremely high melee damage and the ability to throw things and charge you like a bouncer. These things are quite an effective mini-boss. Or at least a boss in Mook's clothing at the very worst. As you can see, he just knocked out a security bot in 2 hits, so... Is there a first aid station he can go for? Oh, there is, isn't there? Crap, no, 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 stop that. Stop that right now. I am ordering you to not touch that first aid station. Alright. So I managed to take one down, but he was fairly difficult. We're going to... I say that after taking nearly no damage during the fight with him. We are going to need to find some way to deal more damage to this guy in the near future. Because if we don't, we're going to have a pretty bad time of it. But we have our shotgun now, so all's fairly well there. Can we just bust up this lock? We can't. Evidently the locks are tougher than they were back in the days of wrenches. Oh, and I hear another security camera, so we've got to take care of that as soon as possible. But the hack gave us an Eve hypo and some drill fuel, which apparently we don't need either of. So, Prentice Mill. Oh, that's fairly unfortunate, whatever it is. Now, I think I may have gotten the code for this by going into... Yep. When I was in the diner earlier, this is tying back into episode 1 and talking about not knowing that I got the code. There's an audio log right here.
What do they expect? You keep enough drug stash in this clinic to splice up a rhinoceros. Of course every poor soul in the drop's gonna start beating down your door. It's my job to think up a new key code to keep them out. Seems like every other day now. Nuts. I'll mull it over for a while at the fishbowl tonight.
So, he was in charge of, oh, we barely got away from that security camera in time. He was in charge of making sure nobody got into the clinic, to which end he was thinking up new codes, but he kind of got shot at the diner. In fact, I think this is his shotgun we now have in our inventory. Still, I mean, we got the code, even if we didn't pay attention to it first time around, so... Not to mention, some splicers came up behind us right as there was that, oh my goodness. Right as there was that turret in front, so it's fairly good to hack things as you go and not destroy them. Definitely helps you out in terms of survival. And you can hack friendly security bots this time around too. So if you get a security announcement like that, just run up to a nearby bot and hack it. It's always good to have a little companion for that sort of thing. Now we do have some interesting stuff up here. An ammo bandito. And a power to the people station. Get out of the way, security bot. Alright, and this time, shotgun damage. Sawn off. No longer... Apparently you need an upgrade station to saw off your shotgun, but... Yes, now our damage is significantly increased with this weapon, as you can see there. Holy crap. Oh man, just listen to that. That is amazing. So, what is this?
Another day, no clients.
Oh, what tonic now?
Going at it hot and heavy.
I don't want short alarms.
Used to be easy. Put the eye on some spliced up dame's wandering husband and rake in the dough. Now it's got so bad I had to put my camera and hawk at King Pawn. Makes a guy consider splicing himself. If I had 2 dimes to rub together, that is.
Alright, this guy just gave us an extremely nice piece of info. Would you guys stop the worship thing? That is really creepy. You're alive. What the hell? Okay, so he just gave us a brilliant piece of information here. For those who didn't play Bioshock 1, cameras are akin to, well, pretty much anything. The one we got back in Game 1, we just took pictures, and it got us damage boosts, it got us tonics, it got us everything. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a harvestable corpse. I am not excellent. So let's go ahead and harvest him. And we have, what was that? A turret and 2 cameras nearby, so nobody's going to be coming in here too easily. And our little security bot.
Show this thing what befalls the boogeyman when he steps into our garden.
I don't think I make the best argument for trying to inspire your people to rise up against the big daddies, considering I think I've gotten through 40 or 50 of them thus far. And I'm sure that we're going to get a couple extra when the time comes. And while you're harvesting, all enemies auto-aggro onto you, so your little helper turrets will auto-aggro onto them. Ow! Lousy, stupid. No good. There we go, 2 for 1. I think that's just about enough for the little sister to finish harvesting, too. Yep, there we go. Come with me. And now, back into the vent with you. Get to Tenenbaum, she should be able to rescue you. Alright, so first little sister for the area rescued. Exercised, as the game puts it. We have 120 Atom left over, and our bot is... he's hurting a bit. Let's see, what do we got here? We got some money, we got some armor-piercing rounds. That's amazing for use against big daddies. And big sisters, for that matter. But I think for now, we're just going to go ahead and... What does that sound?
Oh, I long for one night in a warm...
Hey! How dare you dodge my attacks? What just shot me? Did you just... Did my own security bot just shoot me? That's it. You're getting turned off. I'm sorry. I cannot afford the hack... Oh, jeez. No, no. No, 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 no. No. Auto hack. Auto hack. Turn it off. Okay, so I just wasted an auto hack dart. Entirely worth it to make sure that I don't die there. Now, let's take out these enemies, and we'll turn the security bot back on. I think he's learned his lesson. There we go. I think... Oh no, I don't have that yet. There is a move that you get later in the game, which is pretty excellent, where you can actually dash at someone by melee attacking while you're spinning your drill. Would you get over here? There we go. Oh, there was water there. Gotta be careful of this sort of thing. I'll accidentally electrocute myself. But yeah, now that we know that there's something in the pawn shop, namely a camera, we want to get in there as soon as possible. I actually jumped down, which was a dumb move, but I'm going to head back up there. And dang it, did I just buy another first aid kit? I don't think I did. I think I'm alright. Anyway, let's head up here and... got a security station here. Might as well grab that first aid kit, because I don't think we're coming back. And where is the pawn shop entry? There we go. Big light shining right down there for us. There's the research camera. Press left click will focus on a target to start research.
That thing's a miracle in Technicolor, kid. Works like a movie camera. Start the film rolling before you open fire on a splicer, and then anything you hit him with tells you more about his DNA. Let's give it a dry run, shall we?
Oh, so... Okay, so now...
Easy now. Looks like you got the jump on this fella. Start your camera recording him, then hit him with a...
There we go. Research bonus. Increased damage against splicers, and they're vulnerable to
little bit of
personnel
everything.
rounds.
Plasmids, firearms, whatever you can dish out.
We got a Vita chamber back here. So, basically, and it looks like we don't actually have any film ammunition this game, which is good. Having to buy all your film last game was a little bit tiring. Picture Grace Holloway. But what you want to do is you want to snap a picture, or start the film, of whatever you're trying to research, and then shoot it with everything you can. The more well-rounded your research is, the more points you'll get. And then, if you get enough points, you level up in your research. Like, I just got Leadhead Splicer research bonus there, because, well, the first time you get something, it's nearly inevitable that you're going to get a research upgrade. Such as this Rosie here. I'm actually going to wait for her to find a little sister. I think I hear an enemy. But after this Rosie finds the little sister, we are going to fight her for it. Why we can't hammer on a vent and get a little sister? Probably, admittedly, probably because of the whole pheromones thing in the second, or in the last part of the first game, and they react to the sounds of these big daddies and blah 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 blah. But that wouldn't make for a particularly amusing joke, so. Whoever just set off my alarm needs to get a picture taken of them. I have no idea what my camera is doing here, so I'm just going to kill this thing. it appears we still have a friendly alarm going from something else, so it couldn't start an alarm again, I guess? I don't know for certain. But I actually just noticed how well we are doing on Eve and health hypos again, so... We're gonna wait for this Rosie to find a little sister who you can no longer research for health and Eve, thank goodness, one of the least well-explained parts of the first game. And we're going to start the fight against the Big Daddy. And there we go. Research finished, 432 points, and we get increased damage plus during our fight, no less. You can't research the same target twice, so I'm not going to be able to start this again. But now we have the increased damage plus for the fight, so that's actually fairly helpful. I'm going to try to draw this guy into range of the camera. Yep, there he is. Once he does that, things should be considerably easier for our fight, when he has all the security system to deal with as well. Come on, camera. You can do it. There we go. Now we've got the security alarms triggered, we've got trap rivets set up everywhere around this guy. And we've got armor-piercing rounds to help finish him. Oh my goodness, that's an explosive. What are you doing? Stop throwing those at me. Come on, security bots, do your job. Ow! God damn. This guy is really not doing us too many favors here. 2 first aid kits, amazing. I'm gonna pick up all these trap rivets that weren't used there. But now we have another little sister to help out. Yes, come with us. Much improved. But first, let's buy the Gatherer's Garden. We'll get another Eve upgrade, which is good. Electrobolt 2 is actually really helpful to have. But one of my favorite Plasmids in this game has got to be Decoy. Oh, Booze Hound is a good tonic though. And Eve Saver is all. There's so much good stuff. I don't know what to get. Let's see here. Scroll to the top. I've got 80. How much does the Drill Lurker cost? 30. Okay, for now, I think I'm going to purchase a Gene Tonic slot. No, I'm not. I don't need to. I'm just going to get Drill Lurker, for one. And replace Hacker's Delight with it. And then, what else shall I get? I still have 50 left. Armored Shell is pretty amazing. But I think I'm going to save up for Electrobolt 2. I should have an... Actually, I don't need to really save up for it. Just harvesting with this little sister should get that to me. So I think... I can't get Decoy. But I am going to save for Decoy. I need to harvest 1 Splicer, and I should have just enough funds to purchase the Decoy Plasmid. Which is an extreme benefit, especially when you're working with Drill Lurker. Because, while Drill Lurker does quiet your footsteps, which is fairly nice, you don't tromp around all the time as a big daddy, it also gives you the ability to do extra damage to targets that aren't aware of your presence, or targets that are stunned, or both. Now, I hope that these enemies will trigger an alarm of some sort, but I doubt it. So I'm just going to try electrocuting this water when enemies come near. Oh, apparently that's not working. There we go. Oh, I should start research on these guys. What am I doing? Now, if you do research the same thing multiple times on the same splicer, or on the same type of splicer, you will get less points, which is why using trap rivets does get you research against them.
The lights.
What are you talking about? Sounds like Roger Rabbit. There we go, anti-personnel rounds. Take a picture of you. Shotgun, there we go. How's that for some research? Honestly, that is the one thing I forget on a regular basis, is to research with my camera. But, where did it go? There's one splicer left around here somewhere. Oh, there you are. Here, I have some anti-personnel rounds. 295 towards the lead head research. That's alright. It's not terrible, after all. Now, I have enough Eve to go purchase decoy, so I'm going to go do that now. But after that, we're going to see if we can't finish gathering another big daddy in the area. We could try to fight them for research, but that's probably not the best use of our cash.
Send your daughter home.
And remember, the more types of damage you do against them, the better research you're going to get. So while whacking them repeatedly with your drill is alright for research, making sure to use more exotic tactics is going to do you well. There we go. We'll replace telekinesis with decoy, because decoy has gone from being one of the worst abilities, in my opinion, to one of the absolute best. Mostly due to the fact that it got upgrades. There were upgrades to decoy, which is one of the best parts of it. Because level 1 decoy is alright, and it's definitely helpful during Little Sister harvesting sessions. But it's when you start to get the upgrades for it that it really starts to shine. Same as with any plasmid, I suppose, but especially with this one. So, I think I'm going to use this first aid station, but not break it yet, because I have tons of money. So I can actually just afford to buy a couple of Eve hypos, maybe in our first aid kit. I think I'm actually, yeah, 2 Eve hypos, a first aid kit. But I'm pretty, 50 caliber rounds. I'm just going to not use my machine gun for a little while. Stick to the shotgun, the rivet gun, which I should actually switch to regular rivets. And we're going to head to Skid Row here. Which way to the nearest harvest body? Okay, we're going to head this way then. I'm going to keep my... What do you mean I can't open it? It just told me that the fastest... It just told me that the fastest way to get there was through that door, but you know what? Fine, we're just going to go this way. I know our objective marker says the other way, but we're going to head through here first. Oh no, I don't want to put her back yet. I was wondering what that... Where in the world are we? So can we not even go to the Sinclair Deluxe yet? Oh goodness. That makes this entire way completely pointless. That little guide system is entirely unhelpful. Oh well. Back to the main area and to the progression of the storyline. We still get a B for beating him in the face, so... That's actually not too bad. I might just keep doing that, considering we're nearly at research level 2 for Thugger Splicers already. In fact, what I think I'm going to do... Because I need 120 Adam to be able to get my next, and that'll be the next harvest and the rescue. So I'm going to get a gene tonic slot. Which, if I research Thuggish Splicers again, it should get me a wrench bonus of some sort, or a drill bonus as it were. So I want to be able to use that. Now, which way to go? Left or right? This says right, so I'm going to go ahead and trust it then. I think that's the other side of the door that we were just at. So why that wasn't unlocked before, you've got me. I'm going to go ahead and jump through this window, because why not, honestly. And then loot everything. Always the best course of action. And then hack this. I need to be careful that I don't set off another alarm, though. That would be unfortunate. Oh, here we go. Now we're starting to get into more dangerous safes. But this one got me first aid kits, anti-personnel rounds, and money. So I'm okay with it.
Bracey says, piss off and die. Take shit.
Seriously?
Well, sport, I guess Gracie's home. But that big lug just dropped half my damn hotel in your way. Now, to break through that mess, I expect you're gonna have to work out how he got so burly.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Since you already laid your hands on a genetic research camera,
Research
this
brute
next part will be easier.
splicers. Oh boy.
That's it, son. Camera spits out a prize once in a while as you learn what makes a splicer tick. Now, find one of those big old brutes
I'm not
and take
finding
him out
him.
on film. Before long, you'll be able to brush aside that mess at the hotel.
Alright, introduction to research. It gets you beefier. That's what you need to know. And I can't remember if I'm going to need tonic slots for the upgrades in this game, or if they're completely passive, but might as well keep the tonic slots handy, so. Now, we've just got to find a brute splicer, and our guide is saying there's one this way, so I trust it. Down in Skid Row, the area we tried to go to before, is it going to be open for us now? I certainly hope so.
Using that camera is a bit like telling a joke. Each time you tell it the same way, it gets a little more stale, so you gotta change it up to keep it fresh.
Okay, here we go. This Big Daddy is actually being fought by everything else, so we're going to get a bunch of research on it just by existing. Yeah, I know it doesn't have a little sister. Check before attacking. That's fine. It's getting us research, so that's okay by me. Hey, back off, man. Keep fighting that Big Daddy. You guys were doing perfectly fine with each other before I came around. Keep doing that. Is he shooting at the Big Daddy again yet? Nope, evidently not. Luckily, our shotgun does ridiculous damage at close range. So, we get plenty of research off that, and some extra first aid kits. And now, we've got to find wherever those splicers were. Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot to research you. Oh well. So we're gonna hack this health station, get an extra first aid kit from it. We'll actually just use our current one and pick that up. There we go. What in the... Where are all of you coming from? There we go, and as you can see, even if they have you in view beforehand, decoy just makes them go a bit wild. There we go. So although she ran into the water, Incinerate had already done its job, research-wise. Oh dear, camera. Hack that. Okay, there we go. A friendly camera is always an extremely good thing to have, but there is one thing that will be even better that is just around this corner. There we go. Okay, you can't see it, but down there is a rocket-propelled grenade turret. Heat-seeking rocket-propelled grenade launcher turret.
No use hiding. Hand that child, you monster!
So, we really want that on our side because we're going to be fighting a big sister here in just a minute. And we want all the help we can get. Because big sister is naturally fairly nasty, giant telekinesis, blah blah blah. So we can harvest this body here, and indeed I think we're going to do so, but not before we find out who was just yelling at us. Oh, brute splicer. Okay, we're actually not going to go that way yet. We're just going to go ahead and harvest here. There we go. Put down the little sister, and it's time for research.
It's out of my home.
Competition? What competition? They all bow down to
Hand me that child now. Shut won't hide you for long.
Increased wallet cap. You can carry more cash. That's actually fairly helpful. Alright, now you want to stay fairly close to your little sister, as the game did just say, or else she won't actually keep gathering until you return. which is mostly just to make sure that someone doesn't go off and hide in a corner. Leadhead splicers, oh goodness, getting a bit of lag here. Leadhead splicer research is still fairly helpful, so we're going to keep gathering that. In fact, all research, there's pretty much no downside to gathering a bunch of it, but it's just a matter of remembering too, that is the biggest issue. Alright, and if you research a dead body, it will give you some research progress. Evade cameras more easily, they're slower to spot you, that's not bad. Increased damage. Just flat out increased damage on that Sluggish Splicer research. That's kind of excellent.
Remember, son, without using that research camera, we can't get to Gracie, and that means we're stuck here. Get one of those big apes on film, then work him over.
Alright. So our little sister has finally finished her research. Her gathering, oh goodness, I cannot speak today evidently. So we are going to put her back, but not before we go to buy some first aid kits, because it is big sister time. And that is a dangerous time indeed. Especially with a big daddy hanging around the area, I'm just really afraid that we're going to shoot him by accident. Oh boy. In fact, I'm going to max out because I'm definitely going to use some of these. I'm going to pick up some shotgun ammo too, because apparently I'm nearly out of that. But my strategy for this first fight against the big sister is that rocket turret right there. I want to keep it alive as long as possible, so as to not... Oh, goodness. I am experiencing quite a bit of lag now. You know, I actually think this probably means we're running out of space to record, so next time on Bioshock we're going to be fighting the next big sister, going to be continuing our research against brute splicers, and we're going to continue our adventures to find Grace Holloway. Until then, this is PA. Have a good one.